Yeah, we continue the game today. And we'll see how far with part 3 we get. Wait, no, not the last autosave, I'm sorry. We did have a save file. Yeah, that one. Okay. So, last thing we did was talk a little in the captain's club to some other captains. And what we need, we're looking for is a crystal ball, a spirit board, and a used teacup. We need these 3 items to hold a seance for all 3 Bellemore brothers. The teacup, I already know where to get them from. I just need sugar. Or another way to convince... What was her name? Mallory? Gave me that teacup. But yeah, we'll continue to look around and...
What a piece of junk! So much as a nudge and the whole thing locks up. Work, damn you!
That almost hit me.
Almost isn't good enough. A few inches over and we could have had a lovely headline about a gory workplace accident.
There was no way I was going to get past the newspaper editor to get it. Besides, I didn't know how to operate it.
Maybe if I put that...
worth a try though.
Are you serious?
What seems to be the problem?
The till coil snapped off and almost had my eye out.
Your eye?
Can you believe it? I try to get a story that's fit to print and instead the printing press has a fit. Why can't I get one of those electric machines like they've got at the New Orleans Post?
Okay, I happen to have a spring already. If I give that to you?
Maybe this will help?
What do you think you're doing?
I fixed it for you.
I'm going to need to recalibrate the whole thing now.
No need to say thank you.
You're lucky. There's something fishy about you, Murphy McCallan. I can smell a story on a person like rotten eggs in an egg salad. And currently it's the 4th of July summer picnic and someone forgot to put the bowl in the refrigerator last night.
Okay, so what do we print?
I picked up the freshly printed sheet of paper.
Oh!
It
That's
was
a
a
spirit
typesetter's
board.
calibration sheet.
Perfect. I mean, it's not a traditional spirit board, but it will function as one. Perfect.
Well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? I didn't think I'd be seeing you again, Mac. I thought you'd be swimming back to the mainland. Or, well, swimming with the fishes. How's the auditing going?
Well, I quit my job.
You quit? I thought that was the whole reason you were here in the first place.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Why you doing this, Mac? Don't you have a family you need to get back to? Away from the ghost stories?
I don't have any family. I never have. I was found.
Found?
As a baby, I was left on the doorstep of an orphanage with just a blanket and a piece of paper with my name on it. Growing up, I always felt alone, like I was missing someone who loved me. The last orphanage I was in was above a bookstore called Eerie Echoes, and I used to pick up the dime novels that got thrown out at the end of each month. My favorites were always the scary ones.
Why did you like the scary stories so much?
I felt like if I could read the scariest story I could find, it would make my life at the time seem a little less scary by comparison.
That's heartbreaking, Mac.
But that's why I'm still here. I always wanted to be in one of those stories, and now I am. I don't have much of a past, but this is a chance to make myself a future.
Well, I hope you find what you're searching for. But don't say I didn't warn you.
I think I might know what happened at Bellemore Manor on the night of the disappearance.
I've told you, Mac. I don't want to hear no more about it.
But I think I know who the Phantom is.
Murphy, don't even say the name. I've seen that aberration once, and that was enough. I saw those faces laughing at me every night for months. I won't go through that again.
Ned's fear was real. I can only imagine what 3 decades of those faces would do to a person. Do you remember the Bellemore Trading Company ever unloading a coffin at these docks?
You know, now that you mention it, it does ring a bell. Yeah, back when I first started out, the Bellemore's flagship, the SS Mysterium, came back into port a few days late, and Mr. Rackham rustled up a bunch of us roustabouts to help unload it, way earlier than we usually be out. Yeah, I remember that morning. It's almost as much as the bonus pay we got for the early hours.
Did you find out what was in it?
I don't think we paid it much mind. It was rare, but people did die at sea back in those days. Although saying that, they'd usually be buried at sea too. I don't remember any fanfare about it, but it must have been someone important in there.
Or something. Still fishing?
You won't believe this, Mac. Squibb's record was ruled invalid. He was overheard down at Spinelli's bar boasting about how he put ball bearings inside the Pencosa to make it heavier. Can you believe the nerve of some people?
The despicable things they'll do.
It means I'm right behind you, buddy. Just one lucky catch, and I'll be bumping you down to second place.
Yeah, the nerve of some people. Just for some fame.
Is that a grill you've got there, Ned?
14 hours out here will give anyone an appetite. I'm not giving up just yet, but it'll be supper time soon. You're welcome to join me.
Ooh. So hot coals? And maybe with that, I was thinking, because we need to get into the forge. To get into the forge, we need the captain who works there as the lighthouse keeper to leave the captain's club. And he only does that if fog comes in. Since I don't think we'll be able to change the weather drastically, we'll have to make it appear as it is foggy. So you either smoke, and I was also thinking, what if the feather duster we have is like really dusty? What if that's enough? But I was thinking more smoke. But you know, you never know in point-and-click adventures. Sometimes developers come up with very silly or crazy
Do
solutions.
you miss working on the docks?
I wouldn't give up fishing for it, but I have good memories of those times. Good, honest teamwork. Working outdoors, singing shanties, and swapping stories. Though to be honest, some of the tales they tell may have been a little exaggerated.
Catch you later, Ned.
See you around, Mac.
Okay. I think... Or just 12 something. Okay. So I have a substitute for the spirit board. Still thinking... at least I believe I need sugar for the teacup. I'm also thinking, because I believe the fishbowl
Then we
will be a
bribe the
substitute for the crystal
kindergartners
pot.
and use them for espionage.
Shh, shh, shh. He's back.
Do you mind if I take this?
Good idea. You can be my butler. Then we stockpile the phys ed equipment and use the hockey sticks as swords.
Quiet, quiet. It's him again.
Hey, leave that alone. I'm drinking it.
I thought you didn't like it.
Maybe it's an acquired taste.
The teapot was empty.
Okay, but I have the spoon now. That's something. What if I dip the spoon in molasses? That a thing? Yes.
I dunked the teaspoon into the molasses.
Okay, must not forget about the parasol, even though I have no idea yet how to get that.
Then we take over the monkey bars and rename it Fort Mallory.
Ah, look who's back.
What did you just put in my tea?
Try it now.
Careful, Mallory. It could be poisoned.
Does this dope look smart enough to brew poison?
Good point. You'd probably give it a taste test. Bottoms up, my girl. Drink on.
Mmm. Hey, that tastes pretty good.
I thought you'd like it.
Sure did. I drank the whole cup.
Why does she make that sound like it's a bad
Let me
thing?
clear this away for you.
Good, butler. You shall be spared the dungeons.
Oh, how gracious of you. Thank you. Alright, that's the used teacup. Fantastic. So it was the molasses after all. Happy went back there and saw that I could pick up the teaspoon. Missed that the first time. Alright. Can I tell you what
Good
was
evening,
going on in
Father
the church?
Foskett.
Hello again, my child.
Are you prepared for the ceremony?
In every way, except one. I still haven't found my Bible.
Shouldn't you be looking for it?
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Furthermore, I have no idea where to look, but I would very much like to see it returned to me.
We three kings of Jackson Square, selling stockings a nickel a pair.
Oh, how drastic, no elastic, not very safe to wear. I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, that's the song you sang when you were pissed drunk
I'd
in your
best
church.
be heading off.
May God be with you.
Okay, well, I got an idea from what we may be able to use for a substitute for a fishbowl. Okay, can I look for a Bible now?
I didn't need to search for a book right now. I already felt like I was in one.
Yes, I do have to search for a book. I need a Holy Bible, remember? Okay, wonder if we can... Yeah, it's a chamber pot. Okay, I can take it back. Okay, that's gonna be a substitute
I
fish
took the
bowl.
chamber pot back off the machine.
Or, I mean, I believe I've seen... Ah! Okay, I guess I can access the map anytime. Didn't know that. Wait, also...
I didn't need to warm my hands on the stove. It was already a humid night, and the fire was more useful at keeping bugs away from the shack than keeping anyone toasty. Nope.
Okay, since our friend, the fisherman, has a grill now, I thought maybe getting the hot coals here to fire that.
That didn't work. I couldn't do that. The stove was all...
Okay, maybe we have to take it from the fire in the manor. Oh. Sorry. Wrong door.
That wasn't going to work.
Okay, cannot interact with spy. Okay. We'll figure it out. Just an idea. out the map.
Welcome back.
The chamber pot would make a respectable new home for the fish, but I knew Jasper wouldn't be happy seeing me disturb her.
Okay, so I have to distract him with something? Maybe
What do you think of
polish
this necklace?
How quaint. Make it yourself?
No, I found it.
It's a lovely example of folk art, I would say. Whittled by a sailor would be my guess.
I think you're right. Is it worth anything?
Not a thing.
Would you be able to polish my brooch again?
Goodness me. What have you been doing with it?
Oh, you know, just the usual wear and tear.
I don't know how anyone does this much tearing while wearing. But hand it over and we'll shine her up.
With Jasper distracted, it was time for his fish to move into its new porcelain-throne home. Hopefully it didn't suffer any indignity at the change of residence, but then, being a goldfish, it would probably soon forget anyway.
And we just casually stood out of the way.
Here you go. I've wrapped it in a little tissue paper this time so it doesn't get dirty again.
Ooh.
Thank you.
But really, sir, this many polishings in one night might be approaching my limit. I certainly understand the appeal of a good flash, but I don't know how many more times tonight I can cope with this.
Okay, next line of dialogue. I actually only did that once. But I guess that's something you can do multiple times in case you take longer to figure out how to swap the bowl. Alright, but that means I have everything I need for the seance, which is fantastic. That was quicker than I thought.
Welcome back, Murphy McCallan. Take a seat.
Nope. Nope. Will this work as a crystal ball?
Considering our circumstances, we will have to make do. Xavier Bellemore, hear our cry! Where does your mortal body lie? I sense a cave on the island coast. Waves thrashing, wind howling, and two figures exploring its darkest depths. Xavier and Rackham. Rackham has lured Xavier here, promising an unparalleled expedition to the bold adventurer. But it's a trap. I sense Rackham fleeing the cave, leaving Xavier as the water rises and rises and rises. Look at the painting. Xavier's body still lies in that coastal cave. I feel much danger there, but you must get a boat and cross the sea to reach it. I sense something in Xavier's bedroom might help you locate it.
Yep, the map. Oh, and now all of a sudden his room is open.
I found something that could be used as a spirit board.
Yes, that will work. Even if it will take a lot of concentration on my part. Cecil Bellemore, we now implore. Where do you rest forevermore? I sense a hidden place. A laboratory known only to Cecil. A secret refuge for study and invention, and desperate attempts to reconcile science and the supernatural. He has been followed. Unknown to Cecil, someone lies in wait in the darkness and is about to look at the painting. Cecil's body lies in a hidden laboratory, and you must find it. Cecil never told anyone where he conducted his work, but in happier times he created a treasure hunt for his brothers, were they ever to seek him out. That is your lifeline, Murphy. Follow the trail of clues to reach that laboratory. I sense the first clue lies in Cecil's bedroom.
Talking to Sebastian, I thought the hidden laboratory would be in the manor, but maybe I'm thinking it's in the sawmill. Because that place was suspiciously empty.
I've brought you the tea leaves.
Wonderful. That will work to contact Yardley. Be quiet now, Murphy. I need to concentrate. Yardley Bellemore, heed our plea. Where was your life stolen from thee? I sense a crypt, deep below the ground, where Yardley, unknown to him, has been drugged. Among alcoves of the dead, Yardley is still alive as brick by brick. He is being entombed within the crypt. The drug may wear off, but he has no means of escape. Trapped! Look at the painting! Yardley's body is still bricked up inside that crypt. The sanctuary crypt. You must find a way inside. There is a tunnel, once used for safety, but now used for salvation. Something in Yardley's bedroom will help you.
All right, wonderful.
I have some more questions.
Ask away.
And that's some more questions.
Are you the one people in the house call the parlor witch?
I've heard that they do. The Bellemore brothers approached me to help research the coffin stone. The brothers did everything they could to understand it. A never-ending investigation into science and the supernatural, ranging from the Atlantic to the Pacific. To my deep regret, I was never able to find a way to destroy the stone's power. With no way to destroy it, the only option was to lock it away where no one could find it.
In the vault beneath the house?
That's right. Deep below the house, within a labyrinth of caves, where we pray no one finds it.
The last time I messed around with this kind of thing, I ended up releasing an evil spirit.
Yes, I sensed what happened with Dr. Moray. I'm afraid that man was lured in by theatrics and promises of power he never actually held.
It looked like he had powers to me.
Rackham's spirit had been reaching out for someone he could dupe, but Rackham was always the puppeteer. Moray had no powers whatsoever, except for those manifested by Rackham.
Does Rackham have powers of his own?
I'm afraid he does, Murphy. Although I discovered that far too late, to our great cost. I like to think of myself as knowledgeable about magic, but even I'm not sure what twisted powers Rackham wielded to project himself outside of the house. He seems to have power over visions and nightmares, and used that to put his plan into action.
Is it voodoo?
No.
But the summoning spell that I cast, that seemed like voodoo.
The manuscript you carry in your pocket is far older than the origins of voodoo in this region. It is a real spell. The icons of voodoo that adorn it are merely a distraction. I suspect Rackham has a knowledge of magic far older.
So it's a forgery?
More something in disguise.
Why couldn't he get Dr. Moray to cast a summoning spell?
A wise question. Magic doesn't work equally for everyone. Each spell depends on the person who casts it. Some spells work only for someone whose heart believes. Others work only for the person who rightfully owns the talisman. Some spells, no matter how much is invested in them, simply don't work at all. Moray was the bait, but Rackham needed someone more attuned to actually complete the spell.
I traded Dr. Moray for the gree-gree that enabled the summoning spell.
No, Murphy. Moray may have been the broker, but you cast your trade into his spirit pool. You traded Rackham for the gree-gree, the same gree-gree that unleashed that terrible spell on Abigail.
I should get back to trying to open the vault.
May fate be in your favor, Murphy.
Thank you. Alright, I have 3 new rooms to check out. Lovely. Oh, hello. Oh, wait, do we
I
need the
reached
map?
up and took the map from the frame. As best as I could tell, this was a genuine pirate treasure map. The island I recognized as Devil's Rock, but what stood out to me was the large X in red ink on the southern coast, marked Crossbone Cove. At least I hoped it was ink.
Alright, let's see if there's anything else in the room.
Weapons weren't my style. Besides, most of them were secured to the wall. The latch on the trunk was broken. I would have to do without whatever was inside. I stared at the glassy black eyes of the bear rug. It didn't stare back. That was a relief. I couldn't do that.
Alright, Cecil.
I'd already carried a shrunken head around earlier that night. I didn't want to start a trend by lugging around other unnerving abominations. And I especially didn't want this one talking to me. The apparatus looked like the handiwork of a mad scientist. I thought it was best not to mess with it. Who knew what sort of reaction I might set off?
So let's see if we can find the clue to the location of... Ooh, within the lab coat? The laboratory.
The bag was empty of everything but papers covered in an unintelligible scrawl. The books covered all manner of scientific subjects, magnetism, thermodynamics, chemistry, and much more, none of which I had the time or understanding to read. I searched through the pockets of the lab coat. To my surprise, I found something, a small silver coin.
A silver coin?
It was an old silver coin. At its center were 2 lines of text, but they were too small to read with the naked eye.
Okay. But I had a magnifying... No, not a magnifying glass. I had a magnifier in the jeweler store, I believe. Oh boy.
The machine looked ready to operate. All it needed was a blast from the tanks. I opened the tap on the gas tank. Nozzles hissed, a cloud of cold mist billowed out, and from the machine came a smattering of dry ice.
Nice!
I couldn't pick up the dry ice with my bare hands.
Oh, come on. Thermos?
I collected the dry ice in the flask. That would keep
Yippee.
it from melting, at least for the time being.
I already know what to do with it.
The chest contained only a myriad of theatrical costumes, not one of which I wanted to wear around the island. I had more urgent things to do than cozy up with a book.
You gave
It was
me...
a book on magic tricks, open to a double-page spread about vanishing illusions. Well, Yardley had certainly accomplished that.
Okay, the mirror. That's the last thing I can interact with in here.
Looking good, Murphy.
Oh, hello.
Hello again, Sebastian.
Oh, it's you again.
Not playing hide and seek anymore?
I've outgrown it.
Sore loser, huh?
I didn't lose. You cheated. Anyway, I've moved on to this now.
A paddle ball?
My mum found it for me after I told her I wasn't getting the tin boot I wanted for my birthday.
It's not even your birthday.
That doesn't matter. Anyway, what? Bet you can't do this.
The little brat had me there. Like hula hooping, unicycling, and stilt walking, my facility with a paddle ball was on par with my ability to do other completely useless party tricks. Shouldn't you be getting ready for the wedding?
I'm not the page boy anymore. I've been demoted.
How did that happen?
Well, before I started playing with this paddle ball, I found a marble in one of the bedrooms. A super-sized one, perfect for bombing.
Whose bedroom?
One of the guest rooms. Mr. Beaumont's, I think. He's certainly lost his marbles.
What did you do with it?
Like my dad taught me, I'm keeping Mum on that one. All I'm going to say is that it was a big mix-up. Mrs. Craddock must have had her sense of humour surgically removed.
Okay. Do I even want to know what you did with it?
So, you think you're good with that paddle ball, huh?
Better than you'll ever be. Just name a trick and I can do it.
Bet you can't do the paddle ball with one hand behind your back.
Oh yeah? Watch this.
Hello, Sebastian. Bet you can't do the paddle ball with your eyes closed.
Look and learn.
Hello, Sebastian. Did you say you followed Cecil Bellemore to his secret laboratory?
I was going to, but then I saw him.
Rackham?
Shh. Yeah, I'm good at hiding, but the way he moved, he was like a shadow.
Mallory told me to tell you she's not happy that you changed her toy catalog.
What's she going to do? I'm already dead.
But that's not a nice way to treat other people.
She started it.
How?
She tried to have me exorcised.
I beg your pardon?
Candles, salt, a pentagram. She even brought over a black cat from the fort. When I confronted her about it, she said she was just doing a science project.
I see.
Alright,
Bet you can't do the paddleball standing on one leg.
Easy peasy.
I thought I'd keep that to myself.
Okay, question is... how to get that paddleball? No idea right now. I might just have what I need right now, but you know what? Something for later. Not even sure what I need it for. Or if I even need it. I should remember that I can quick travel like that. So the church, that's why I'm gonna bring that dry ice.
I'm getting the shivers, boss. It feels like I got a brain freeze, and I ain't even slammed down a snow cone.
You don't got a brain to get froze. It is feeling chilly, though, ain't it?
That's the first sign of ghosts, boss.
Don't be a crybaby. But, just for safety, what's the second sign of ghosts?
The ghost's presence begins to interfere with the electric fields. Most commonly seen manifesting as flickering lights.
Okay. For that I have to mess with the generator outside, I reckon. For that I need to... oh, wait a second. For that I would need another fuse.
Looking at the fuse box, it was clear to see why the barrel lift no longer moved. The fuse had blown, taking the small glass cover with it. With questionable regard for my own safety, I pulled the damaged fuse from its socket.
Oh, sorry.
If flickering lights were what would scare the rum runners, it was time to do some rewiring. I turned the dial to redirect the electricity through the faulty fuse.
Boss! The lights are flickering!
That's gotta be a coincidence.
Or a sign of ghosts!
What did you say the third sign of paranormal activity was, Morris?
The tolling of a bell!
If the tolling of a bell was the third sign of ghostly activity, it was time to ring in the witching hour.
The bell!
A chill in the air. Flickering lights. The tolling of the bell.
Do you think it's...
Ghost! Run for your life! Start, you blasted car!
Why are we not moving, Musket?
Because out of that long line of automobiles on Delancey Street, you decided to steal something less reliable than a politician's promise! Start, you rust bucket!
It started, Musket!
There we go! And now, we floor it!
We crashed, Musket.
I can see that we crashed, Morris. Well, there's only one thing we can do.
What's that, boss?
Run for our lives!
All right.
I didn't need any more rum.
You sure?
Now wasn't the time for a sit-down. I couldn't see anything to do with the statue. The window is even more beautiful in person, adorning the altar below it like a crown. And that's when I noticed something. Below the window was a cross-shaped indentation in the wood that made me think something was missing. Taking the book, I realized it was an old Bible with a thicker layer of dust than a nudist's summer wardrobe.
Then how about we
I didn't
dust
need to
it?
dust that.
I thought it was dusty.
It was a leather-bound Bible that was falling apart at the spine.
Okay, and it says, "In the light find the cross, for it shall bring you safe passage." Okay, that's the lighthouse shining
The
into
church and the
church.
fort must have had some meaning to them. At night, the colors of the stained glass window were impossible to make out. I pressed the indentation, but nothing happened. It seemed like it was meant for something specific. At the back of my mind, I had the notion I'd seen a crucifix of the same shape somewhere before.
Maybe the priest wore one?
I picked up the starter crank from the jalopy seat.
Alright.
Is this the Bible you've been looking for?
My word, that it is, my boy. Oh, where did you find it?
Fallen down the side of a cabinet back in St. Juniper's church.
People do say they find faith in the most unexpected places, but down the side of furniture is certainly one of the most common. I'm most indebted to you. Is there anything I can give you to show my appreciation?
Actually, I did have my eye on that crucifix you're wearing.
Ah, are you looking for spiritual guidance, my child?
Absolutely. Particularly if it guides me to something hidden in St. Juniper's church.
Then I shall give it to you with my deepest thanks. Let it guide you to where you want to go. What a relief! My Bible returned to me. Why, if I hadn't gotten it back, we would have had to cancel the wedding.
Didn't think of that, huh?
The crucifix slid smoothly into the indentation, like the final piece in a jigsaw puzzle.
Nice.
I pressed the button and the panes of glass in the window above seemed to change, but it was hard to tell at night. Without sunlight behind them, all the colors were indistinguishable from one another.
Uh-huh, so that's why I need the... Okay, so that only makes sense once I have the fort. And then I guess...
I couldn't see any way to open whoever sealed this up.
Okay, probably need... Okay. We'll just worry about getting the lights on first. And then we'll go from there. What else did I have? Alright, the coin and sorry. The coin and the map.
Welcome back.
Could I use your microscope to look at this coin I found?
Oh, are you a fellow fan of numismatics?
I prefer the old ones.
Yeah, never mind. Go right ahead.
With the microscope calibrated, the coin's writing came into focus. It read, "Into the palm of a prince." The inscription must have been a clue in Cecil's treasure hunt. I just had to find the prince's palm he was referring to.
Granny, why are you in a chamber pot? Oh, right.
Yeah, no comment on that. Okay, into the palm of a prince.
Following the inscription on the coin and realizing that the metallic statue depicted an Indian prince, I took a close look at the statue's palm. For the first time, I noticed a slight circular indentation, about the size of a coin. I placed the coin into the statue's hand. It fit the indentation exactly, into the palm of a prince. No sooner had I done it than I heard sparks and hums coming from inside the statue. And that's when I realized it wasn't a statue at all. It was an automaton. A robotic figure made to move with cogs, wires, and electrical pulses. It seemed to be fighting to move, but then, nothing.
Blow me over with a dandelion. I didn't expect anyone to get that working again.
It's not doing much.
Joints will be frozen, I should think. No wonder after all these years. Another job for me to do, and a dangerous one at that. Who knows how many volts Master Cecil ran through that thing to get it moving?
Okay. Let me try something.
Knowing the erratic surges of electricity that must have been flowing through the wire into the barrel lift, I decided it was wiser not to do any more rewiring.
Okay. That was the fault. Because that's not the answer.
The automaton seemed unable to move, its joints stuck after decades without use.
Okay, so do I need oil? Or
Hello,
grease it up?
Rupert.
Hello again, Murphy. Have you given any more thought to my offer?
You mean the offer to poison me?
Well, you needn't put such a negative spin on it. Personally, I think death's just got a bad rap.
I suppose if the Grim Reaper showed up in a glittery tuxedo jacket instead of a hooded cloak, we'd all be much more on board with it.
Exactly. We all have misconceptions about the afterlife. I used to think we were reincarnated. But the fact that I have the same neck wrinkles and big belly, just now translucent blue, has certainly put the lid on that theory.
Why did you believe in reincarnation?
Well, it was more for the social aspect, really. We used to have monthly past life parties. There's something to do at the weekend, you know. You dress up as the person you used to be, until the venue asked us not to come back.
What happened?
It was a disaster waiting to happen, to be honest. By the last one, we had 3 different members claiming to be Napoleon. They decided the best way to figure out who was genuine was by seeing who would be the first to reconquer Western Europe. We had one person claiming to be Ebenezer Scrooge, despite the stumbling block of his being a fictional character. The final straw was that we had one Julius Caesar and one Brutus. They got in a fist fight outside the venue when Julius tried to jab Brutus with a French loaf from Bon Ton Bakery, shouting, "Baguette too, Brute!" He said afterwards he was just trying to even things up.
Who did you think you were reincarnated from?
Anne Boleyn's my best guess. She had green sleeves, didn't she? And I often have such a splitting headache that a whole beheading thing might come as a relief. How about you, Murphy? You think you had a past life?
If so, I can't imagine what I did to deserve the life I've got now. Can I attend one of your past life parties?
If we get them up and running again, I don't see why not. You need to pay the membership fee, though. $50 per person. I know, I thought it was expensive when I joined up too. But it's worth the gamble. You only live once, don't you?
Yeah, sure. You only live once. And then you have 50 past lives.
Do you know what's wrong with the statue?
That thing will be rusted up. If you want to get it moving, you do best to lubricate the joints, I'd say. There must be some grease somewhere. It's a marvel,
That's what I
that
thought.
thing. One of Master Cecil's inventions. Swore me to secrecy when he installed it. It'll be even more of a marvel if you get it running again.
Did you say Rackham took an interest in the poison garden?
That's right. Asking me all sorts of questions.
What did he want to know?
He was asking which ones could drug a person. Ended up rather captivated by the indigo ivy.
What happens if it's used as a drug?
Just a few leaves in a cup of tea would have you paralyzed for hours. There are no ill effects once you come back round, though. And for all the plants here, it's probably one of the benign ones.
Unless you're bricked up alive before it's worn off. Do you have any indigo ivy left?
I don't. It was all missing the morning after Rackham asked about it.
Well, no time to stop and smell the roses. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Murphy.
Alright, indigo ivy it was done. Then let's go and get some more grease.
That wasn't going to work.
Okay, with what?
If I touched the grease with my bare hands, I'd be spending hours trying to wash it off. That didn't work.
Okay.
Using the cotton flag, I scooped up some of the gloppy grease. Using the flag soaked in grease, I began to oil the automaton's joints. I placed the coin back in the automaton's hand and watched. The cap of the scroll case opened and revealed something inside.
Well, there's life in the old thing yet. Gives us all hope, doesn't it?
I picked up the piece of paper that had fallen from the statue. Unrolling it, I discovered it was a death certificate, all filled in except for one key piece of information. The name was missing. It was certainly a clue, but who did it belong to?
Okay, is this to certify that has died on the first day of April in the year of our Lord 1898. Was respectfully and expeditiously buried at St. Juniper's Church on the 5th of March. Witness Cecil Bellemore, Edgar Cadell. Alright. Now I have a grave I can look for.
The death certificate must have been written up in relation to one of these graves, but without the name, I didn't know which grave it was.
Yes, but you know the day of death, so how about you look at all of them and check the day of death? And that's how you get the name. That's the idea, brother.
The death certificate...
Okay, maybe Edgar remembers it.
Does this death certificate mean anything to you? The name hasn't been filled in, but it says you were the Undertaker.
Of course I was. Nobody else on the island would do it, now would they?
I was wondering if you remembered who it was you buried.
That was over 30 years ago. Do you know how many bodies I've buried in my career? I couldn't tell one corpse from the other. This may surprise you, but I don't get that attached to them. They don't make for very stimulating conversation.
Is there any way I could find out who it was?
Well, you've got the date they were buried. Maybe there was an obituary.
Thank you.
Okay, where do I find the obituary now? No, the newspaper probably, right?
As I returned to the docks, I realized that Dead Nettle's usual smell of sea breeze and rotting fish had been replaced by something far more pleasant. The smoky scent of a fish I thought I recognized.
Oh my god.
Hello again, Mac. Now, I hope you don't mind, but you left your fish hanging there. No sense in letting a fish that size go to waste. I've started cooking it up. It'll be the tastiest fish this side of the Mississippi. We can tuck in as soon as it's cooked.
I tried to hide the realization growing on my face. A mouthful of taxidermy stuffing and chipped teeth from the iron horseshoe hidden inside wouldn't be the culinary sensation Ned was after. Sounds great, Ned. The fish was far too hot to pick up, and I was sure Ned wouldn't have wanted me to extinguish his grill.
Don't touch it now, Mac. It's still cooking. Got to wait until the skin is nice and charred.
Oh boy.
I didn't have time for how. Good evening, Ned.
Hello again, Mac.
Ned, I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm not sure that fish is edible.
Nah, Mac. Don't be so modest.
No, really, I think there's something inside the fish that shouldn't be there.
You almost had me there, Mac.
Ned was a nice guy, seemingly too nice to believe what I'd stowed in that fish. How's the grilled pancoza coming along?
Sizzling up nicely. I have to keep checking it every few minutes. Make sure the fire isn't too hot. Make sure the skin doesn't get too charred. But don't worry, I'll let you know as soon as we're ready to eat.
Catch you later, Ned.
See you around, Mac.
Okay, I wonder if it's just a progress game.
Well, look who it is. Murphy, I've been hearing talk of someone wandering the island on a crime spree. And look who comes walking through the door.
I can explain.
Explain what? We've got no time for your blabber. I need your help to catch him. You're an auditor, aren't you?
I used to be.
You must be used to prying that big nose of yours into other people's business.
Big nose?
It's a honker, Murphy. Now, put it to good use and help me sniff out who this Devil's Rock devil is.
What's he been up to?
Given age-restricted voodoo artifacts to an 8-year-old, let loose a dangerous domesticated alligator, broken into Bellemore Manor, trespassed at Baxter's Mill, handled prohibited alcohol, recklessly knocked over historic explosives, impersonated the dead, and, get this, bellowsed a chicken.
The monster.
Know anything about it?
Can't say that I do.
That's me.
Well, keep your eyes open. If a good and just citizen like me allows those with such wickedness to get away with their heinous deeds, then what has become of us as a society?
Is that really the reason?
Of course not. I might sell some newspapers out of this.
Can I take a look in the filing cabinets?
Sorry, McAllen. Employees only. And we're a one-woman operation here these days.
I'm trying to track a burial down, and I think the date might match up with an old edition of the newspaper.
I hear you. Why don't you write up your request and lodge it with our archival department?
Where's the archival department?
In any trash can you can find. Hey, you can't...
Sorry.
Yes?
Hi. What are you working on now?
A clarification. A local dancer's moving off the island and looking to get rid of some furniture. But my piece asking if there was any interest in Hoochie Coochie dancer Lulu Leroy's huge chest got a much bigger response than we expected. And not for the right reasons.
Am I right in thinking you're not from around here?
Good call, McAllen. Santa Monica, California. Born and bred. Hadn't even been to Devil's Rock before I got the job. The divine irony is that I got this job due to a misleading ad in a newspaper. Seeking newspaper editor for dynamic community, exciting stories, amazing opportunities. What nonsense. But now I'm here. Nonsense is all I have to write about.
Why did you stay in Dead Nettle?
I came down with a horrible case of temporary insanity.
Health issues?
No. I started dating a notary named Jonathan. Right after I'd taken out a mortgage, I stumbled across his dalliances with the fishmonger's wife, the ironmonger's wife, and the cheesemonger's wife. Knowing his type, I decided I'd become a warmonger, and I set fire to his belongings. I last saw him picking through his charred underpants on my front porch. Now he's off in Rancho Cucamonga with some flapper named Anastasia, and I'm still financially tied to this island.
Damn.
I'm trying to track down 3 dead bodies.
A serial killer? In Dead Nettle? This could be gold. When did this happen? This morning? Last night?
No, 33 years ago.
33 years ago? That's not journalism, that's archaeology.
Not quite. It's not enough time for archaeology.
Evelyn, quick! The most scandalous scandal is scandaling outside right now.
Pull the other one, McAllen. I'm busy here. Now, let's see. What was I writing? Oh, yes. Bankruptcy, incarceration, humiliation.
Is that for an expose?
No, the horoscopes.
What do the horoscopes have in store for me?
What star sign are you?
Scorpio.
Oh dear, oh dear.
What does it say?
I think you're best not knowing. I don't know why I bother writing horoscopes, to be honest. There's no future in it.
I think I better be going.
My door's always open. I broke the hinge earlier.
For some reason I love the humor in this game.
I didn't need
Like
to
the
make that
wordplay.
greasy.
Alright, I mean I still have the map and can go to the cave.